Nintendo!
Alright, so I'm fully aware that everyone and their mama made a video about this, oh, is Mario Kart World worth 80 bucks? I understand the gimmick of driving around the world. The character roster kinda lacks, even though it's a little bit more than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. There's a bunch of filler in that they're adding the costumes as their own slots as opposed to what Yoshi Colors and Shy Guy Colors did in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And I understand why they're doing that, is to make the roster look bigger, which does not work when you're, especially the whole pages thing. I'm not understanding that. Why would I want to scroll through so many different pages when you have something like Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where all the characters are right there? Like, that's what all Mario Kart games have done up until here, is have the characters right in front of you and you select them on one screen. I don't understand this whole foot. Like, no one wants to do that, I don't think. The kart customization thing, I'm fine with them not having that. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, if you add the price of $60 to the DLC, which was $30, that is $90. So that's a bargain for your buck for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because you're basically getting a whole set of different tracks. As for Mario Kart World, I don't know about that so much, especially since there are some repetitive courses. I don't want to say it's all of them, but so far a couple have been shown to repeat. Plus they're acting like Rainbow Road's a big deal, and that's in every Mario Kart game. But let's get back to the character selection. Aside from the costumes, the selection of new characters is kind of concerning. While it's cool to have something like a sidestepper playable or a cow, I do feel like they chose characters that are more on the easy side to animate. So that's why we got like Dolphin and Goomba and Spike. They're very simplistic. They don't have a lot in their armature. As for characters like King Babam, I don't know why we're not getting him back. There's new characters that they introduced in Tour that we're just not getting in this game. Another thing is the missions. They don't look like huge engagement missions, like pressing a P block to get coins. What I want is something like what DS had. There's one where you're racing a Wiggler through Mushroom Bridge. Like, I want boss battles. I want boss battles in Mario Kart World. During free roam, the environments, they don't look that engaging either. It doesn't look like much goes around. A lot of the techniques, like the gameplay's fun. It looks great. I love how they utilized mainly like Sonic stuff, like rail grinding. They utilized stuff that was seen in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transform, which is cool. And have you noticed that there's no Mario Kart 8 tracks in this game? They seem to be skipping that title, I guess because of the anti-gravity sections, but even then, you can, like, remake the courses to work for Mario Kart World. Like, Toad Harbor. Toad Harbor is a good one that they could have used, and they just didn't. So, I don't know if they've shown everything, but that direct just felt like a huge nothing burger. I don't want to say this game is bad. It doesn't look bad. It looks great. It just lacks a lot that could be improved, and I hope to be wrong, and it actually is packed chock full of stuff, and they're just holding that stuff back from when people buy the game, but still, I don't think it justifies 80 bucks. This is more of a nitpick, but I don't like that they're mixing in the classic courses with the modern courses, because that just ruins the purpose, because they were in categories, so you'd have the newer courses on top, and then you'd have the classic courses on bottom. I don't know what they're doing, but it seems like this is just Mario Kart Tour, but as a console game. I don't want to say it is, because like Mario Kart Tour was more linear. This is more open world, but in terms of how they're presenting everything, feels like something that you'd see presented in Mario Kart Tour, with the whole jumbled courses and those types of missions they have. Again, I hope to eat those words and this game ends up being way better than 8 Deluxe, but driving to the next course, it looks fun, but it seems a bit time-consuming, and from what I've seen, Nintendo's adding an option to where you don't have to do that. A story mode would be great. I know a lot of people are iffy or mixed about a story mode, but if they added stuff And I've said this regarding the missions, like if they add bosses and you can... I heard a friggin' remix of Bob-omb Battlefield in the Direct. What if you could go to drive through Bob-omb Battlefield up to the top and face against King Bob-omb, and then when you beat him, you unlock him as a driver? That would be cool. Add way more drivers. And please organize that character roster. You guys need to fix that thing, because I don't want to go through all those pages, and I've said that before. But yeah, that's just me rambling about a Mario Kart game. I played some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe yesterday, and really, there's nothing wrong with it, although the course is from Tour. That reminds me of something that they're doing in this that I did not like in the booster course pack. That being the several different routes you can take on one course, and it having those arrows that are, you know, light up. It's not like a stationary thing. They're like light up arrows that are animated. That is so confusing. Because when you drive into them, Lakitu picks you up, and that's so annoying. Just have a wall there. But that's more of a nitpick. But yeah, that's my ramble on Mario Kart World. I don't think it should be 80 bucks. I don't understand why it is. I do like the presentation, but it just doesn't justify the price, especially when that Direct didn't really show anything new, aside from like maybe some mission mode. Also, I hate to say it, the battle mode's lacking too. They don't even have Shine Runners or even Renegade Roundup. It seems that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has more than World does, and it's very concerning. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you agree with me, I would really love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Maybe there's something I'm missing out on, or something that you see that I don't. Or maybe you agree with me and they should add more and maybe drop the price a bit. Anyway, I'm Nintega Dario. It's been nice talking to you, and see you next time.